Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for June 12th to the 18th of 2022. So our week kicks off on Monday, the 13th, with Mercury direct re-entering Gemini until July 6th, when it will finally move on from its retrograde process into Cancer. And then we'll get to process and digest at that time whatever's been stirred up for each of us as individuals. So here we are on the other side of the Mercury retrograde in Gemini, which went direct in Taurus and has now made its way back to Gemini. How's it going with you? We have navigated some pretty big Gemini-Sag cycles recently. The nodes, eclipses, Venus retrograde, and the upcoming Mars retrograde is going to be in Gemini, and that just kind of seals the deal personally. And this Mercury retrograde really helped us dial in where our own consciousness is at this time. How have you completely changed your thinking in the last 3 months to 3 years? What new values and priorities have emerged to shift your whole trajectory? We had a major social collective shift that we now have to process and integrate on personal individual levels. Use the time between now and July 6th to review your ideas for relevance, value, and long-term worth. This is no time to waste your energies on expired goals. Things that we used to want and were going after so long that we were operating on autopilot without thinking or integrating what was happening in real time. This is another upgrade going on. We will develop better boundaries and more clarity around the usefulness of technology and social media. Virtual reality, which is very Gemini-ish, I gotta say, and real reality, which is absolutely very Taurus-ish. They are what I see as the separation of worlds being literal. I've made my choice, real reality, so that the virtual reality is only something I visit periodically. But if it went away, I would not die. That is the Gemini-Taurus line. What we think and what we value, what we talk about and what we actually build with our own two hands. This reset was not easy, but I am happier on the other side. How about you? And that's Monday. Tuesday, we have the super full moon in Sagittarius. So our super full moons are in Sag and Capricorn, June 14th this week, and a month from now on July 13th are both going to be super full moons. That means that the sun, moon, and earth are in stronger alignment. There is a bigger magnetic pull on our emotions, on our personal waters, on the social collective waters, on the literal waters of the world that support our planet. So let's be mindful. In Sag, we're releasing things that are no longer true or that we no longer believe. In Capricorn, we're releasing old commitments and responsibilities that are no longer necessary. So this is a double dose of some pretty intense full moon release work we got coming up. To that end, I'll be doing something with Shanta, and I'm sure that Cinnamon Rose is doing something as well. So there's plenty of support out there for you. Essentially, we are supported to do some process assimilation and elimination exercises. That's what time it is. Process, assimilate, and eliminate. How did the recent Gemini-Sag eclipses shape what you have learned, discovered, or outgrown in the last 9 to 18 years? The last time we had these eclipses was 2010 to 13, and before that, 01 to 03. So what do you remember about the evolution that you went through after those years? What did you go forward to embody and express in 2012 to 14 and 02 to 05, respectively? Okay, that's the cycle that has got our Taurus Scorpio eclipses kicking right now that we're in as we speak. But this is the response to the Gemini-Sag eclipses and preparation for Aries Libra eclipses coming next. So take note, y'all. Now is the time for you to integrate what you have experienced as true knowing and earned wisdom. If you do not integrate the changes that you've been through, the choices you've made, the knowledge you've learned, and the wisdom you've earned, then they never convert from ideas to bricks in the base that supports you, that foundation of your own creation. Many will stay in overwhelm or go even deeper at this point because this much information that does not get filed or deleted will overwhelm the system. Deep breath. Gemini during May-June is a good time to review and explore ideas, concepts, and perceptions that have been revealed over the last 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. It's good to note that next month, during Cancer time, the fundamentals will be up again. You are supported to review which of the ideas that come up now will actually nourish, support, and protect you going forward. Choose ideas that have life and vitality. Choose ideas that feel right from your heart center. Choose ideas that expand your life rather than limit, pressure, or violate it. Simplify, prioritize, reallocate your resources, and redirect your energy consciously so that you are not a victim of the energy swirling around you. I would add that we are being pushed to complete something, and sometimes that can activate a test of faith on one or many levels. What do you truly believe in your heart and soul? It seems we seeded some aspect of the garden in early May, and now in early June, we have to surrender and trust that Great Spirit will breathe life into the seeds that got planted. So what seeds have you been sowing and nurturing? Keep in mind the intense water feeling energy, as well as the Taurus Scorpio energy that preceded Gemini Sag now, because power and practicality continue to leap to mind, as does willing sacrifice for the greater good of all involved. What belief or thought can you release so that something of greater value can be lived, experienced, and expressed? Deep breath. The energies of this summer are giving us an opportunity to clarify our thoughts, explore the new ideas bubbling, and dream up new ways of expressing ourselves as individuals going forward. But pace yourself. This is only the first baby step on a major new path. Gemini Sag precedes Cancer time, which this year, in 2022, follows a Mercury retrograde in Gemini Taurus. So we'll definitely be expressing some new ideas and thinking going forward. This super full moon can help us release anything no longer true or no longer part of the story that you want to tell. Try to schedule some downtime in June, July, and August if and when possible. Even one day can feel like a week's vacation if you really give your mind and body a rest in favor of pampering your heart and nurturing your soul. You'll feel loved by you if and when you do this kind of self-care focus. Remember, everything is a response to the last thing in preparation for the next thing. Taurus Scorpio activated the new power, values, and priorities, and Gemini Sag will activate the new ideas, choices, and story, which will lead to renewing the fundamentals that Cancer Capricorn bring. The more consciously you navigate this period, the more fruitful your fall harvest will be this year. I love it. So, like I said, you can register and join us for the Shanta Full Moon Telecircle. We're going to do a teleconference, like a conference call for the full moon with Shanta. And then a week later on Tuesday for solstice, we're going to do a live Zoom with Shanta. So those are the two things I've committed to. Like I said, I think it's a little later in the day that Cinnamon does her full moon energy sessions. They are super powerful, y'all. I recommend them too. And if the times don't conflict, then I will be at both. So this super full moon is powerful. It's Sag is my rising. It's a big deal. So I'm really paying attention. Okay, here's another good thing that Shanta does is the quarterly Anustan, which is a daily meditation, and you get an inspiring message. And usually the group is pretty interactive. We all share pictures and different things of our altars or magic that happens during the week. I think she's going to open on June 16th with a Zoom conference call for orientation and questions. And then it completes on solstice, the 21st, where I think you'll all be invited to the Zoom as well. If you do the Anustan, you'll be at the Zoom. It's going to be really powerful. So I put a link in the blog to this year's summer solstice Anustan, which is really juicy. And she has a sliding scale, so you can check that out and choose the contribution that works best for you. It is a powerful group meditation that we've done for years, and every time we do it, it raises the vibration, it brings in clarity, it helps us anchor our goals and our choices in much better ways. And of course, if you're into the community thing, the group practice is empowering. It's a lot of fun to bring two or more together to have a common focus. So that's all Tuesday, the 14th. On the 16th, we have Sun trining Saturn and squaring Neptune at the same time. So deep breath. While the Sun is in Gemini, it is trining Saturn in Aquarius, which means they're in the same element. They are working very well together. This is a powerful blessing for us as individuals. But at the same time, we got to hold in the other hand the square to Neptune, which causes self-doubt and delusion and overall confusion, right? Like Saturn wants to be clear and organized. And so I think we're going to look at this in the context of the whole week. You know, it's full moon, so a lot of things are being illuminated, and probably some of our illusions and delusions as well, especially if we were believing something that is no longer true. Doesn't make it good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just no longer true. What used to be true yesterday is not true today. It is okay. We can move from here and develop a new chapter in our narrative, right? So we take all these activations as individuals, but then we put them together. And the sun has to do with usually has to do with how we're channeling our energy in general. So Saturn would say, how are you being responsible for your energy and what are you building? Neptune would be, where have you been unrealistic, or where are your boundaries in need of some attention? Okay, so that your individuality can thrive, right? Same week, a couple days later, Venus squares Saturn and sextiles Neptune. So check it out. Where the sun is illuminating things, Venus is shifting the values and asking us to reflect on the roles and responsibilities we've chosen lately and make some necessary adjustments. The blessing to Neptune says that we can be really creative and engage our imaginations for those creative solutions that are customized for us. You know, that's the thing. When you open your channel for a customized solution from the universe, it gets really juicy, y'all. So let's dive into each one. Sun trining Saturn is an energy that gives you direction and discipline at the same time. Not a bad combo right after a Mercury retrograde stirs up trouble. Use it consciously to fuel your goals at this time, as you will be blessed by your past efforts, okay? Whatever dedication is going to be rewarded now. You are completely supported to structure your life in a whole new way. It's time to take a personal inventory, organize your life, especially your home, office, or immediate environment. I am there for quarterly cleaning. Naturally, this kind of shift will also affect those you relate with in those close environments, so be mindful of others who may not be as clear as you are at this time. A new order is trying to take root, which scares some and excites others. And this activation supports you in your personal definition of stability and good boundaries. Okay, I already touched on that. You have access to focus and dedication that can set the tone for the next season. Okay, this is summer solstice week coming up. So what we clarify right now really can set the tone for the next quarter. As you clarify the connection between who you are and what you are truly responsible for in this lifetime. Evaluate your daily routine and see what is working and what is not, and move forward with some new choices. Deep breath. Same day, Sun squares Neptune. This activation can cause self-doubt, self-delusion, and an overall confusion that seems to be sourced within or self-directed. It's only temporary. This is just the universe's way of slowing you down so that you can see where your goals may have been unrealistic or based on flights of fancy. If your energy is low and you're feeling challenged to see the bright side of things, it is better to just time out, rest, and replenish if possible. And most of all, do not initiate any grand plans, as you are not really seeing things as they truly are at this time. Luckily, this is a pretty short-lived activation. Okay, so you know what's coming to me, y'all, is that we're still processing the Mercury retrograde, okay? We're in the post-shadow period now. And because Saturn is involved, it's like all three of them are in the same degrees, different signs, but the same degrees. And so they're communicating. They're in cahoots, let's just say. So Saturn also causes self-doubt and challenges like that, right? So I think we should not make any big moves until Mercury clears the shadow period and you check in with your own energies as Mars moves through Aries and Taurus over the summer, because I think it's August. Yeah, August 20th, Mars enters Gemini. Right around Halloween, Mars goes backwards at Gemini, so it gets all the way to 25 degrees and then goes backwards. So it's going to linger there and affect some of us more than others. If you have Gemini, Sag, and Virgo, Pisces planets, Mars is going to activate some changes, let's just say. There's some upgrades coming to our processors, which is not unusual and really kind of a powerful exercise to have this year preceding next year, because next year's energy is going to be so vastly different. We're going to have some more earth energies. We're going to have a lot of different access than we've ever had. So this clarity and the things we're going through right now to really truly clarify what's important to us and who we really are and how we want to move through this life, it'll come in handy. Let's just say no intentional solitude will be for nothing. It's all going to lend weight and character and substance to your evolution in 23-24. So same day on the 16th, when the sun does its thing with Saturn and Neptune, I'm having a Venus circle. And guess what? This month is Gemini. So this would be a good one to check in with because Venus really helps us stay focused on our own values and priorities. And it's the throat chakra release work that we need to do so that 9 months from now, we can reclaim at the power center in our solar plexus. And it's also going to be Gemini then. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to mention this here because this is what's happening. So if any of this resonates, then you definitely want to join us on Thursday, June 16th at 8 o'clock Eastern, which is like 5 o'clock Pacific. But we are releasing at the throat, clearing that authentic voice so that we can stand in our power at the solar plexus. We're releasing the trickster archetype, whose keywords are manipulating others, being contrary, duplicity, gossip, deceitfulness, misrepresentation, being fake or phony, troublemaker, toxic mimic, lack of imagination, provocateur, indiscriminate, playing two against the middle, disruptive, disrespectful. Those are the trickster keywords. If we let go of all that madness, ooh, honey, when we're at our solar plexus next year in early 23, we're reclaiming the liberator archetype. The liberator's keywords are choices, mental clarity, unifying opposites, trickster in a good way. Okay, there is positive trickster, I promise you. I was groomed by Carolyn Casey. There's no way we cannot find the goodness in a trickster, but there's shadow trickster that we don't like. That is very shadow Gemini. That's what we release. The liberator, variety, critical, creative thinking, good communication, fair exchange of information, power of words or language, ideas, thoughts, words, and concepts as power. Deep breath, self-expression, learning and teaching. Okay, this is powerful. And whether you join us or not, Venus is going through this cycle, tapping your chart either way to help you remember that your power and your throat, your voice are connected. And if we can do the clearing here, we can do better with our power in the future. The trap that we're releasing is shadow rebellion. And the task that we're reclaiming will be separating this from that. So these are powerful aspects of our psyche, of our souls, of our beings that we're clearing and reclaiming. Like I say, that we have taken some excerpts from Women Who Run with the Wolves. That's just super juicy. So join us to go a little deeper this month and check in with your own voice and see what needs a clearing. That'll be Thursday the 16th. Then we jump to Saturday the 18th for our last two Venus activations. Venus squaring Saturn. This is a big one. We usually feel this one. This energy can make you feel cool and detached with loved ones. It is time to take stock of your relationships and really evaluate the level of balance between giving and receiving. Business or personal, relationships must have a balance of give and take. You may feel more aware of your true independence in life and start re-evaluating the need for certain relationships at this time. Okay, so we start getting practical about our roles and responsibilities and who we're really obligated to deal with. Okay, Venus is definitely our relationships and finances, which always involve other people some kind of way. But Venus is personal and Saturn's all about you. What are you learning and going through at this moment in terms of your own roles and responsibilities and your own evolution of definitions and terms and things? This energy pushes you to dig for your individual fortitude and determination to live according to your own personal values and priorities. So corrections and adjustments may be necessary and fairly obvious at this time. You may feel a little lonely, depressed, or disconnected, but that's just the universe forcing you to question or assess your current relationships, how you interact with others, and how you allow them to interact with you. It's just time for an upgrade, y'all. That's all it is. And of course there is I keep saying the other side of COVID, and then I hear there are other waves of this madness still going on. So I just say on the other side of 2020, let's just say that. I have always said there was a before and after with that year. This is where we're just getting very clear It's good to periodically evaluate even the strongest relationship and check the foundation. Don't give in to ego-based fears, focusing on the lack and limitation or what is not working, but instead build on your strengths and honor the goodness that you have created together, as well as in yourself. This is the best time for intentional solitude because the insights that you acquire through this process will help you down the road to stabilize your future. Ooh, I love it. That's what I mean. If you work with Saturn, you don't run away from it, right? Then you can be rewarded with some tangible results. Same day, it's going to sextile Neptune. This energy connects your true values and priorities to the planet of dreams, mysticism, and other dimensions. You have an opportunity to gain some real traction on making your vision tangible just by connecting to the essence that you want to experience. Feel the feeling, and that will lead to the physical manifestation. This energy helps you believe in what is possible and supports any artistic expression or active practice, such as vision boards, affirmations, etc. Anything that helps you hone the actual vision. Steps and strategies are for other planets. Venus only cares about the essence of nature and love. And Neptune is definitely not who you'd work with for steps and strategies. So tune into the natural beauty around you and suspend any usual inner dialogue for a day or two as soon as you can so that you can connect to some inspiration that is guided by your own heart and soul from the inside out. Deep breath. So a pretty powerful week, y'all. I hope you're able to get under the sky to see that beautiful super full moon. I'm going to try to take some pictures and film some new sunsets. I've run out of my mountain sunsets from last spring and summer. I didn't get as many because I had just moved, but now I'm grounded. And this spring and summer, we're going to be out and about a lot. So hopefully I'll have some new beauty to share with you. All right, y'all. I hope you have a fantastic week. Reach out if you need to. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.